Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So we need to do a big catch-up on match day 6 in the Champions League and Europa League, and also we have match days 5 and 6 to look at for the Conference League, which has now finished its first stage, and we're going to have the knockouts after the new year. Whereas we've still got 2 games to go in both the Champions League and the Europa League. Let's start with the Champions League as usual. We're going to look at the table, and then we're going to look at the fixtures and predict what's going to happen in the next round of fixtures. Does that sound nice and fun? And this is of course an ASMR video, so it's supposed to be nice and calm and relaxing. So feel free to close your eyes and just listen if you don't want to watch and you just feel like nodding off to have a little nap. Okay, so Liverpool are top. They're top of everything at the minute and on a slot, aren't they? I watched the match against Tottenham last night and they were absolutely sensational. So yeah, they are top, 6 wins out of 6, look absolutely unstoppable. I think after match day 5, someone in the comments asked whether they thought in my opinion they were favourites, and I said at the point in time, yes. Now they are definitely my favourites to win the whole shebang, the Premier League and the Champions League and maybe the FA Cup as well. Is it going to be an absolutely sensational season, first season for Arne Slot at the helm of this? You know, usually you have such a dip when amazing managers like Klopp, Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger go, but Liverpool just haven't had it. They're doing even better, which in a way shows how good Klopp did and how well he prepared the club for after he left. Barcelona are 2nd, Arsenal are 3rd, Bayer Leverkusen are 4th, Aston Villa up there in 5th. It's a brilliant first Champions League for them. Inter, Brest, still up there at the minute, hanging on in there, so proud of them. And Lille, so we've got 2 French sides, neither of which are Paris Saint-Germain, in the top 8, so go France. And then the usual suspects, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern München in 9th and 10th. These are in obviously the playoff spots now. Atletico Madrid finding some form after a very poor start, but top of La Liga now as well, so just beat Barcelona in Barcelona on the weekend. So yeah, they're doing much better. They've got a tough game next. They've got Bayer Leverkusen, Milan, Atalanta, Juve, so the Italian teams are in this section, Benfica, Monaco, Sporting Feyenoord, Club Brugge, Real Madrid in 20th, but just got a little bit of a boost in the last match. They're against, is that Leipzig next? Salzburg, even better. They should get some points against them. Celtic, having a much improved campaign, and they're against Young Boys next, which is quite an exciting game. They surely must be targeting 3 points from that. Man City on this horrific slump, but they've got Paris Saint-Germain next, who are also on a terrible slump in this competition at least. PSV Eindhoven and Dinamo Zagreb. But Dinamo Zagreb have got Arsenal next by the looks of it, so ouch. And like I said, Paris Saint-Germain are outside of even that, so they are going home after the next 2 games unless they can get more points. Stuttgart in their maiden campaign 26th. Shakhtar in 27th, Sparta Prague are in 28th, 29th, Sturm Graz, Girona, their first campaign 30th, Red Star in 31st, Salzburg 32, Bologna in their first campaign 33, Leipzig, surprisingly, down the bottom there, Slovan Bratislava in their country's first ever Champions League adventure, and Young Boys down the bottom. So it's those 3 sides, Leipzig, surprisingly, Bratislava and Young Boys with 0 points in this competition. Okay, let's have a look at some of those results then. So match day 6, starting on Tuesday. Dinamo Zagreb 0-0 with Celtic. I thought Celtic were quite brave, doing way better away from home. 2 0-0s now, one against Atalanta. Dinamo Zagreb definitely could have got a win, so I think it was really good that they held on for the draw. Girona 0, Liverpool 1. Girona haven't been battered or beaten heavily by anyone, but they just can't pick up a win, unfortunately. 1-0 loss to Liverpool. I think it was Salah penalty, so it wasn't even, a wonder goal or anything, it was just a penalty. So a very brave performance from Girona. Atalanta, talking about brave performances, Atalanta 2, Real Madrid 3. There were points where I thought Atalanta were going to get something out of this game, but Real Madrid were just, Real Madrid in this competition. They found their feet again. Leverkusen beat Inter, someone finally has, on the 90th minute. Classic by Leverkusen there. Classic Xabi Alonso, I should say. And another fantastic win for French side Brest. They can't even play at their own stadium because it's too small, not good enough for Champions League football. So they're playing elsewhere, at Gagnon, I think, and they beat PSV Eindhoven 1-0. Club Brugge beat Sporting 2-1. Again, this loss of Amorim is not going well for Sporting. Leipzig 2, Aston Villa 3, doing so well in this competition. Salzburg having a real change of status in who they are and their identity. They're not going to win the Austrian League this year at all. And yeah, they're struggling in the Champions League as well. They just don't really have any absolute standout superstars. I think this is the club that has had Szoboszlai for Liverpool and, of course, had Erling Haaland, of course, went through there as well. Just no one of that quality at the second. PSG got their first win 3-0, and big win for Bayern München. I think because they were playing in Germany, I think the stadium was just full of Bayern fans. Where were they playing? Were they playing in Berlin or in Hamburg? Veltins-Arena and Gelsenkirchen. And I watched a bit of the match, and yeah, there was like 90% Bayern fans in there. And then on the Wednesday, match day 6, we saw Atleti beat Bratislava 3-1. Lille got another win against Sturm Graz this time. Milan picked up a win 2-1 against Belgrade. Red Star Belgrade. Tammy Abraham on loan from Roma getting the winner there. Arsenal beat Monaco 3-0. 2 goals from Saka, who just picked up an injury and he's going to be out for a while with a hamstring, I think. Benfica 0, Bologna 0. So Bologna get some points at least, which is definitely deserved for them. They do not deserve to end this competition with no points. But similar to Girona, they just have been nearly every single game. Dortmund 2, Barcelona 3. And that was a cracking game. And then Feyenoord 4, Sparta Prague 2. If I remember correctly, so it was 8-10. Yeah, they were 3-0 up. Then Sparta got a goal back. Then Feyenoord scored, and then Sparta scored again. They're struggling this year, both in the league and in the Champions League. Of course, that big result, Juve beating Man City. A Juve that at times didn't even look like they wanted to win. They just sort of were happy for the draw. But as the game went on, I think they realised that Man City were up for the taking. And then the 5-1, so the Young Boys scored away from home 1-0, and I thought, oh my goodness, because Stuttgart have been struggling, so I thought, oh no, they're going to lose at home to pack that stadium to Young Boys who are bottom of the table. But no, they scored 5, so they got back into it. Okay, so games coming up, I think we're going to see a really interesting one here from this Monaco team who are very promising, have lots of good players on their books, lots of good youngsters. Atleti Leverkusen is going to be an absolute cracker. Who else? Lille up against Liverpool at Anfield. We'll see Lille's credentials as a top 8 team, I think. And then Milan Girona should be quite good. Celtic Young Boys, I said. Celtic have got to aim for 3 points there, surely. Paris Saint-Germain against Man City, 2 giants, both struggling. What can they do? And yeah, I think some straightforward ones here. Real Madrid should win, and Inter should win those ones. Feyenoord against Bayern Munich should be interesting. Okay, so that's the Champions League. Let's take a little look then at the Predict 6 app. So if you go onto the official app and you go to this more on the bottom and you do Predict 6, you just get 6. Someone was in the other day on one of the videos said, why are you only predicting 6? Well, that's the way it works this year. I only got 30 points, I didn't do very well. I said Celtic would win and it was a 0-0. I said there would be a draw but Bruges actually won. I said Aston Villa would win and they did, so I got 8 points for that. I said Atleti would win and they did, so 16 points because I played my booster. I said 0-0, but actually Juve won it. I said a draw between these two big teams, Dortmund and Barcelona, but actually Barca just got the win, so I didn't get much for that. Let's have a quick look at the league. So I am in 9th, undeservedly I think. How did I do? View league. However, in match day 6 I was probably miles down. It's not a very good score. 38th on the day, not good. Okay, so let's predict next time. So match day 7, Liverpool-Lille, I think it's going to be a bit tighter for them than usual. Both sides like to score. I think it could be 3-2. Let's do 3-2. First team to score Liverpool. No, maybe Lille actually. Let's do something weird for a change. Let's be brave. Benfica, Barcelona at the minute. Normally Benfica would give anyone a run for money at home, but I don't think they're up to their current standards. They're currently not up to the usual standards. I'm going to say 2-0 to Barca, I'm afraid. Sorry, Benfica. Disculpe. Atleti, Leverkusen. They might cancel each other out, to be fair. I'm going to say 1-1 or 0-0. I don't think it's going to be 2-2, to be honest. 1-1. I'll just do that. 90th minute equaliser from Leverkusen. Shakhtar Brest. 2-1. Yeah, I think that's going to be it, actually. Sorry, Shakhtar. Feyenoord Bayern, I think people are saying 3-0, 4-1, 3-1. I mean, it could be. I watched Bayern destroy Leipzig on the weekend. I don't like it. I think I'm 3-1. And Paris Saint-Germain, Man City. I think they could cancel each other out, and a draw does neither of them a favour. So I'm going to say 1-1. Paris Saint-Germain to score first. And my booster... Who's going to have my booster? Got to put her on Liverpool at the minute, haven't you? Okay, what do you think about those results then? How'd you like them eggs? Okay, Europa League then. So Lazio still top, despite the draw 2 match days ago. Sociedad up next. Should be a tricky game for them. Athletic Club doing brilliantly, I'm so chuffed. They are in 2nd. Anderlecht in 3rd. Love to see a Belgium club up there. Lyon in 4th. Frankfurt in 5th. Galatasaray in 6th. Man United now up to 7th after a couple of wins. Although, they've got... Yes, that confused me. Yeah, because Spurs just played Rangers, but Rangers have another English team then, because they've got each other next. Could be very interesting. Man United lost at home to Bournemouth on the weekend. Rangers are in a really good streak at home now, up to 2nd in the Scottish division. So, yeah, that's going to be quite tight, actually. More so than usual. Then we've got Spurs in 9th. Bucharest in 10th, Ajax, Sociedad, Bode Glimt, Roma up to 14th, thank goodness we've started getting some results under Ranieri, Olympiacos, Ferencváros, Pilsen, who I really like, Porto, Alkmaar, Saint-Gilloise, Fenerbahce, Thessaloniki, Midtjylland and Elfsborg. And then out of contention currently, although it's very tight with 2 games to go, Braga, Hoffenheim, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Besiktas, Slavia Prague, Twente Malmö, Ludogorets, Karabakh, RFS, Nice down really struggling, and Dynamo Kiev. Okay, match day 6. On the Wednesday we saw Athletic Club win out in Istanbul 2-0, continuing their Very good season. 4th and Champions League with, I think, like a gap maybe of about 6 points between the 5th team. And even if Villarreal win their 2 games in hand, they're still going to be 3 points ahead of them, so they're doing brilliantly at the minute. I'm so happy. They're actually only about a win away from 2nd at the moment. And then we've got Hoffenheim, Bucharest, 0-0. Ludogorets, Alkmaar 2-all. Malmö managed to get a draw with Galatasaray. 92nd minute equaliser. Olympiacos drew with Twente. Thessaloniki beat Ferencváros 5-0, surprisingly. Roma beat Braga 3-0. Very good win for them. Pellegrini actually scored. Saint-Gilloise beating Nice 2-1. Man United winning away in Czechia 2-1, thanks to Højlund. Lazio beating Ajax in Amsterdam 3-1. Bode Glimt beating Besiktas. Elfsborg beating Karabakh. Porto beating Midtjylland. Lyon just beating Frankfurt 3-2. Marmouche scored again, he's very hotly touted to be getting a big transfer soon. Maccabi Tel Aviv beating RFS 2-1. Rangers and Spurs in that topsy-turvy, commonly, Ange Postecoglou style chaos Tottenham match. 1-1, brilliant watch. Sociedad beating Dinamo Kiev 3-0. And lastly, Slavia Prague losing at home to Anderlecht, who are having quietly a very good campaign, aren't they? So I was trying to figure it out, and I think they've got these extra matches on because they can't have 3 teams from the same city having a match on the same night. So I think because Galatasaray, Besiktas and Fenerbahce are all at home, they can't play on the same night. I think there's some UEFA rule, because back when the Champions League happened, they used to put them on different days. But because now Europa League is always supposed to be on a Thursday, I think that's why they've moved them. If there's some other reason, then let me know. Oh, Athletic Club are back in Turkey again. May as well stay there. Oh no, it's in the 22nd of January, they can't stay there for a month. Funny though. Okay, so I think Athletic Club will win that. Galatasaray should win that. Roma should win out in the Netherlands. Bode Glimt probably will win again because they're actually quite good. Draw or Lyon to win. I've got to hope for a Tottenham win there to keep Ange Postecoglou in a job. Draw. I think this one, Karabakh, FCSB, could be quite tight between those two as well. Maybe a draw. Anderlecht are doing well, but I really rate this Pilsenia team, so maybe a draw. Home win for Frankfurt. I think at the minute on form alone, Elfsborg to win. Lazio to win against Sociedad. It'll be very, very tight. Ludogorets, Midtjylland, I think maybe a draw. Man United, Rangers, probably a draw, but I reckon Rangers have got the best chance of winning in Old Trafford that they've had in such a long time. Thessaloniki to beat Slavia Prague on form. Ajax to win that one, and that's a tight one. Maybe a draw there. Let me know what you think about Matchday 5. Let's have a look at the app then. Okay, so I did okay. 32 points. Previously I had 36, 34, 35, so I didn't do badly. I said Athletic Club would win, and they did, and I played my booster, so I got 14 points for that. I said Bucharest would win that one, and they drew, so no points. And there were no goals either, so I got it all wrong. I said a draw between Ludogorets and Alkmaar, and it was. I said a draw between those two, and Man United got it right at the end, so only 4 points for me. I said a draw between these two, and it was, so 6 points to me. And lastly I said Lyon would draw with Frankfurt, and they actually managed to beat them. So I got very poor points. Matchday 7 then. Galatasaray, Dinamo Kiev, I said win for Gala. So I'm going to say maybe 3-1. And Besiktas, Athletic Club. I think it'll be tight, but Athletic Club are very, very good at the minute. Porto Olympiacos, what did I say, draw between those two, did I? I can't remember. Everyone's saying 2-0 and 2-1 to Porto. Don't underestimate the Greeks, I think. Maybe Olympiacos to score first. Ludogorets Midtjylland, I said draw, so I'm going to do 1-1. And I said Lazio to just narrowly win that one. People are saying 2-0, 3-0 and 3-1 for Frankfurt. I think is going to be a big one. Sorry, Ferencváros, I apologise. Frankfurt to win 3-0. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Oh, actually, before I finish that, let's have a quick look. Leagues. I'm 18th. That's not good, is it? View League. Match day 6. How did I do? Oh, I came 9th last week. That's not bad. Monkey Donkey did best. Well done, Monkey Donkey. Okay, and then lastly we actually have 2 match days to cover for the Conference League. So we had match day 5 and 6. So these are the final scores, final spaces, final places even for the league. So Chelsea with a perfect score, 6 out of 6, I said right at the start of the competition they are absolute favourites to win. If they don't win it, I think they'll actually be everyone will be very shocked. So the top 8 are Vitória de Guimarães, big clap to you. I thought I saw you doing well in the Portuguese league this year. Well done to you. Also unbeaten, the only other team to be unbeaten, I believe, yes. Fiorentina, I tipped to be in the final again for the 3rd consecutive year. Finished 3rd. Rapid Vienna, did not see you coming, well done. Finished 4th. Djurgården of Sweden finished 5th, well done. Lugano of Switzerland in 6th. Legia Warszawa, some of the Polish sides did slightly drop away, but they've still done themselves proud. Cercle Bruges of Belgium in 8th. That second team from Poland, Jagiellonia Białystok, in 9th in the playoff spots. Shamrock Rovers obviously had a horrific game against Chelsea to finish off the stage, but have done themselves so proud in their Irish league as well. Really came close to qualifying automatically for the next round on the same points, like 11 points, but just not as good goal difference because of that dropping on the final day. We'll take a look at. Had they pulled someone else on the final day, I think they probably would be in the top 8. Nicosia in 11th, Pafos in 12th, so the 2 Cypriot teams. Panathinaikos, the Greeks just below them. Ljubljana from Slovenia making it out to the knockouts. Real Betis, Heidenheim, Gent, København, Reykjavik, Banja Luka, Celje of Slovenia, Omonia Nicosia. Oh, there's 3 Cypriot teams then, isn't it? Molde and Bachka Topola. So out altogether a competition. Some big shocks here. Hearts drew only their last game. All they had to do was get a win. Başakşehir, Mlada Borisov, who had got 2 wins of the year but then lost on the last day. Astana, St. Gallen, HJK, FC Noah, TNS, Brave, but wasn't to be. Dinamo Minsk, Lan got their first win. Brilliant for Lan, but not enough to get through. Lask and bottom Petrogrup, who were the team, despite being bottom, that managed to get a draw with Hearts, unfortunately for them. Now, I do not believe this is correct because they've just put them as 9, 10, 11, 12. Or actually, what's going to happen is 9 is going to go against the bottom teams. I think it's going to be Białystok against FC Copenhagen, but I will let you know about that. Okay, so these were the results. Nicosia drew with Astana 1-1. Banja Luka drew with Omonia Nicosia 0-0. Cercle Bruges Başakşehir 1-1. Chelsea 5-1 winners against Shamrock Rovers. 3 goals for Spaniard Guiu and other goals for Cucurella and Dewsbury Hall. Poom, son of Mark Poom, the goalkeeper, playing for Shamrock Rovers and scoring. They were drawing at that point, if I remember correctly. Djurgården beating Legia Warszawa 3-1. Heidenheim drawing with St. Gallen 1-1. Hearts only drawing with Petrogrup 2-2. That 83rd minute penalty messing everything up for Hearts. Białystok drawing with Ljubljana 0-0. Lan, best result in their history, easily. hands down, beating Gent, a very good team, with a goal from Cosgrove, so that is fantastic. I'm so pleased because TNS obviously got a win earlier in the competition, so it's so good for Larn to get a win in the competition as well, not just a goal, not just a point, but 3 points. Well done. Lask drawing with Reykjavik, Lugano drawing with Pafos, Molde beating Mlada Boleslav, Celia beating TNS 3-2. It was so irritating because TNS went ahead twice, and within seconds, so 19 minutes, 20 minutes goal, 42 minutes, 43 minutes goal, literally just completely lost concentration twice. Not once is bad. To do it twice in the same match is unforgivable, and then they scored late on, even though TNS had moments, to be honest. Panathinaikos beat Dinamo Minsk 4-0, Rapid Wien beating Copenhagen 3-0, Real Betis beating HJK with a goal from Cardoso 1-0, Bachka Topola beating Noah 4-3, and lastly the two top teams, number 2 and number 3, behind Chelsea, drawing 1-1, Silva and Mondragora. Okay, let's have a little look at the app then. So I got match day 5, I got 35 points. I said Djurgården would win, and they did. And popular prediction. No, did they? Didn't tell me what the actual result was. How weird. Where does that usually say the result? Full time. Oh, so strange. It doesn't actually say the full time score. I said Larn would win against Dinamo Minsk. It's messed up. It doesn't actually tell me what happened. Okay, so I got 35 points anyway. I predicted quite well Panathinaikos would hammer New Saints. So on that match day, so 13th overall, and on match day 5, I didn't even do that well, 23rd, and on match day 6, I came 6th. Oh, that's good. But miles away from Nico. Okay. So let's look at match day 6 then. So I predicted Jagiellonia to win, but they drew. I said that TSC would beat Noah, and they did. I said Copenhagen would win, but they were beaten by Rapid, who have snuck past me. I haven't noticed them. I said 1-0 win for Apoel, but it was a draw. I said Mlada Boleslav would win, but actually they lost to Molde. And lastly I said that Real Betis would win, but and I played my booster as well. They did, but only by 1 goal to 0, not as heavy as I was expecting, so well done to Helsinki. Okay, so overall then I am 13th in the table, Nico is top. And let me know if you got the right predictions below. Now it does seem to have the playoffs here. I wonder if these are correct then. So it says Banja Luka have got Ljubljana, Copenhagen have got Heidenheim, Gent have got Real Betis, Molde have got Shamrock Rovers, Celje have got Nicosia, Omonia Nicosia are with Apoel Nicosia, Omonia Nicosia with Pafos. So 2 Cypriot sides playing one another. Is that allowed? And then Bachka Topola against Jagiellonia Białystok and Reykjavik against Panathinaikos. And then the reverse fixtures. So let me just figure it out then. So let's take one Shamrock against Molde. Let's have a look at the table. So Shamrock were second down in 10th. Molde were second. Yeah, so they are correct then. So let's check Bachka Topola against Jagiellonia Białystok. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's correct. So basically, the higher you were, the lower the team you get in the knockouts. Cool. Okay, I think off the top of my head, I'll do a video again soon, but I think Shamrock will be quite okay with that. It's not the hardest. That's actually quite a tricky one. Gent, Real Betis, as is Copenhagen, Heidenheim. But yeah, Panathinaikos I think will be okay. But they'll be all quite even, I think. Very good. Interesting. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Click that like button, click subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know if you're happy with your team's performance or if you are devastated. And yeah, I'll catch you up again for match days 5 and 6 in the Champions League and Europa League very, very soon. Thanks so much for watching and have a good one. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and see you again soon.